Well, Matty, mate, officially welcome and thank you so much for joining me on a Friday. To all the guys out there who are watching this, whether it be live or on replay, feel free to say hello. I want to introduce to you one of the clients who's been with us the last few years here at Corfit. He's been part of doing personal training and also now in our small group program. And his name is Matt. He lives in Port Stephens. He's an Illawarra Steelers fan, unfortunately. But he's a fantastic fella and he's got such an inspirational story to tell. So welcome, Matty.
Yeah, hello. How you doing?
Hello, Facebook. That's it. For a man who's not on Facebook, he's showing his face. Well done, mate. Hey, buddy. I wanted to kick off. In your words, can you tell us a little bit about what led you to join us when you did at the beginning of the journey here? And what prompted you to kind of get in touch and start your weight loss journey, mate?
Yeah, so back in early 2015, I had a workplace injury. Actually tripped over at work and landed right on the point of my knee on the corner of the concrete, and actually fractured my kneecap and got a condition called a Morel-Lavellier lesion, which is a bit hard to understand for people, but it's a deep separation layer of your skin and muscles. And I got a huge hematoma, which was about 250 mils long, 100 mils wide, and 50 mils deep. And that became infected, and I spent 5 weeks in hospital battling infections, etc. And then I was released from hospital and I had an operation to remove that huge hematoma, and my knee wouldn't get better. And I was walking around in massive pain for about 12 months, and finally went and got an MRI, and well, it showed to me that my pain was real, because it was still, my patella was in 2 pieces and it was floating around in my knee. So I was in massive pain, and after 2 major operations and 3 minor operations, it resolved my kneecap after 3 years. But during that time, I went through some really deep depression, and I put on so much weight, it actually put my life at risk. I was at a stage where I could really, have a heart attack and die at any time. So to put it in perspective, I couldn't walk from my car park to the office without stopping and taking a breath and taking a rest, which was all of 400 meters. So something had to change. And lucky enough, I had a really good return to work coordinator who suggested that I join Corfit. So being an ex-representative cricket player and rugby player, and I didn't look like it at the time I met Dan the first time, but I jumped at the opportunity because I could see that it would be something that I'd enjoy. So yeah, Kayleen, my return to work coordinator, asked me to come along, meet Dan, see if it will suit me, and it all flowed from there.
Mate, how good. We're so glad you did, buddy. Really, really, really glad you did. And tell us a little bit about, mate, just how tough was it in the beginning for you? I mean, just making the decision to do something about your health, because I know when I first sat down with you and chatted with you, you weren't in a good place. How hard was it for you to actually make that decision and go, you know what, I need to do something? Because that's not always easy, is it?
No, it was. At that stage when I first met you, I was so depressed. I actually needed someone to tell me to go and do it. I was actually that low in my health, and it was really almost an intervention. When you got your wife crying that you saying to you that you might die if you don't do something, that's when you really realise. So there's a really trigger for me that I'm going down the really bad path here. So yeah, it just dawned on me, this is not who I am. This is not what I used to be. This is a totally different world. But it was very difficult in those times because I was addicted to painkillers. I was eating for comfort. I was not moving. It was a really difficult time. But yeah,
mate. Yeah, totally, absolutely. I remember how hard it was for you initially, but I just remember each week how you started to build confidence in yourself. And as a result, some of the things you achieved, man, blew our mind. You know what I mean? Like you were just, when you had to actually put your mind to it and you started building that confidence in yourself, mate, it was, you were unbelievable. Some of the things you'll be able to do. Tell us about some of the results you've achieved so far. And, what are you most proud of, mate, that you've been able to do? Or what are the things you couldn't do before you joined that now you feel like you're on top of again?
Yeah, so I've actually thought about this over this because it's been a massive journey for me. So there's been a huge milestones along the way. When I first turned up, I actually, I spoke with you, Dan, about it. If I fell over, I couldn't get up off the ground at all. One thing that really hit me hard was I was at Office Works and I slipped on the pavement and I fell over and two old ladies had to help me up. And I'm like a 46-year-old man at that stage. Like, how embarrassing is that for you? So one of the biggest milestones I think we worked on in the early pieces, getting up off the ground without assistance, because it's a game changer. I was so worried about falling over, and getting through that and being able to have the confidence to go, just walk in the open without walking near something to pull myself up off the ground. So that was a big milestone for me, and I was so relieved after that. And then the second milestone was when you forced me to run again. So I never thought I'd be able to run ever again with my knee injury. But
I love how you say I forced you to run.
No, I only said that for a bit of entertainment, but yeah. I'm so happy I can run again because I actually work in a heavy industry, and if some emergency goes off, etc., you have to have that ability to move quickly out of an area. So to run again, it was just a massive achievement for me. And that took a long time to get to that point, working with Dan. Then the other thing was coming off my pain medication. I'd actually been on slow release morphine for 3 years straight. So, and I was addicted, and it took, a detox of 10 weeks to come off that. And the only way I did that was actually, working with you guys and understanding that I can treat pain in a different way. And I suppose the next big piece was just pulling myself out of that deep depression, and getting my sense of humor back. And I lost my sense of humor because I was so depressed. So, the exercise and the enjoyment of going to CoreFit played a big part in pulling me out of that depression. So it was really good. But the last and probably the biggest piece that's pulled this all together is, I've lost around 50 kilos so far, but I've still got a way to go on my goals. So, and I'm still not in the healthy weight range, but I'm much stronger to be able to carry the weight now. Yeah. So, there's been other milestones as well, but that was the key ones that I thought has really changed my life.
Mate, so good. I mean, I still remember that first day where, the first day where you got off the ground for the first time after not being able to get back up, like you said, for a while. And that was like the first big win I remember for you. That was huge. I remember other things, like you said, like being able to get on a flight overseas and not having to use the extender. All those types of things you're able to do are fantastic. You really have come such a long way, mate. And I know you've still got a way to go, but the fact that you aimed up and you started the journey is a huge step in itself. And mate, your sense of humor, that's fantastic. I used to laugh at it. I don't know about your song list, but anyway, man, I'm a big fan of your sense of humor. No, I'm only joking. I used to love the song list you used to bring up. They were fantastic.
Yeah.
You've introduced me to more bands, mate, that I've never heard of. I think anybody.
Well, that's all part of the fun, isn't it? Like, building those relationships as well. It's been a very enjoyable journey. I know the first 6 months was so hard, and I was so sore. And, going, well, I think about it, I used to have to ice my knee an hour each day, every day. And now I don't do that at all. So,
wow.
Totally different approach to the way you live. You can imagine how much time that consumes for you. every day. You're in pain until you get the ice on your knee.
Yeah.
But I would never have done that unless I joined this program. So.
Well, mate, look, at the end of the day, like you've come so far, and we're so proud of all the stuff you've achieved that you've mentioned there. And there's many other things as well, which we haven't mentioned, but some of those key things there are just outstanding. And absolutely, it's not easy, as you know, or it wasn't easy in the beginning, but you've built the consistency. You're one of the most consistent people turning up each week, and it's kind of like that habit you've developed, which is fantastic in yourself. So we're really proud of you for that. Last question I want to ask you, mate, is, if there's someone else out there, and there are many people out there who are in a similar position to where you were, Matty, they're feeling quite maybe depressed in themselves, or they're on medication, or they've got pain, or, they're overweight, they're just not feeling great, or maybe they were in a position when they were younger where they knew where they want, they were healthy at that position, and now all of a sudden life's gotten in the way, and you look back and you think, what happened? And I want to get back to where I was. What's your advice for those people, mate?
To me, it's just, take the big step. I mean, but then if you do that, you got to commit. Doesn't take long to start feeling better. Like, I think it was about week 6 or something like that I felt better. And I was probably in the worst state of anyone could be to turn up to your studio. So it didn't take long at all. And I suppose it can and it will change your life. But more importantly, for me, it's fun. And everyone at Corefits and the staff and members are really great people. So it's really enjoyable just to turn up and have a laugh and feel a little bit more worse off than when you arrived, because you got 45 minutes of intense exercise, but it's great fun. And after you have that shower afterwards, it's just that, I go back to my sporting days. You play a hard game of sport, and then you have the shower, and you just feel it's almost like euphoric that you've done exercise and you've done it well. So it's producing all those good feelings. So I'd forgotten about that until I joined Corefit.
How good, mate? How good. I still want to see you back on a cricket pitch at some point too, mate. I want to see you roll. I want to see you putting that arm over somewhere up there for Nelson Bay or something, mate. Call that.
Well, next year I'll click over to 50, so I might get in the golden oldies then. So
brilliant. There you go. Yeah. It's good stuff, mate. No, it's fantastic. It's admirable for you to jump on and share your story, mate. I know it's not always easy. I've been vulnerable and getting it out there, but at the end of the day, you know what I mean? Like, I think it's great if you inspire one person who's watched this video today, then that's a win. If not, that doesn't matter. But at the end of the day, mate, we're so proud of you for what you've achieved, and thank you so much for allowing us to continue to support your goals. And we love seeing you each week, mate, and seeing that smile on your face. And we look forward to continuing to get you to, drop the next 50 or whatever it is you want to be able to do moving forward. So, mate, that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Thanks for your comments and whatnot. And we are going to sign out for a Friday. Matty, have a good weekend, mate. Go the Knights.
Yeah, thanks. Stay COVID safe, hey? Like, Newcastle's had a few cases, so don't bring it up to Port Stephens.
Yeah, that's right, exactly. Pretty much. You guys have got like the oldest demographic in New South Wales up there, so no, we need to stay away from you guys. No, thanks, mate. Appreciate it, and thanks everyone for watching. And have a great day and enjoy your weekend. Bye for now.